Hello, folks, and welcome to another From the Hip with me, Excelsior. As you can see from my avatar, I've got a nice goblet there and a bottle of something nice. So kick back, relax, get a beverage, even an adult beverage will be permitted. Have a smoke, do whatever you want to do, and let's have a little chit chat. What my life is like at coming on 9:15 on Wednesday evening, and what's been going on in my life. I think I really want to go back today to April, because that was quite a pivotal time for me. It's when I started this channel, but more profoundly it is when I had a eureka moment. So April was a very, very big important event for me, where things started clicking into place in my mind, and I saw years and years of just craziness and things that never made sense just not disappear, because it's still there, but it's not having such an effect on me now. I have mechanisms in place to interject and to stop these ridiculous thoughts that I had in the past. And this has been an ongoing process. This has been years in the making. It's not like I watched a YouTube video or read a book, or one single event was the actual explanation for how I'm feeling better. It has been an ongoing process, but that pivotal moment when it all finally clicked together was only back in April, and here we are. We're not even into the middle of August yet, and things in my personal life, which I'm not going to talk about, are going a lot better. I'm really pleased about that. That's really going well. And here on YouTube, I'm making these crazy videos. That last one, episode 30. I've just finished uploading it, so I was watching on the preview as it uploads, and my shots are so off this time. I'm really, really sorry. But here's my defence, okay? Here's my defence. The reason I set those shots up so poorly, it wasn't deliberate, but you can see that those shots are really naff, and I could have realigned my camera, I could have got it closer, whatever it was. So go and make one, man. I would love to see more crazy ass Lego videos. That would be amazing. So even if you've only got like one figure or two people or a couple of bricks, just make something crazy. Just put it up, because I think that would be a lot of fun. A lot of people really like Lego, and perhaps they'll see a Lego tag and watch it, and maybe we'll get some parents getting informed about some of the nasty stuff going on in the witnesses. You never know. From small acorns, mighty oak trees do grow. So if we can just disseminate our message in so many different ways, and through through just making some silly videos and some things using other franchises, shall we say, then maybe that's a way of reaching some people. I mean, look, my Star Wars crazy one, episode 10, loads of people love Star Wars. Maybe they've seen that, thinking it was like a proper little Lego Star Wars story, and they've learned something. You never know, do you? So I think it would be quite nice to see some more crazy Lego videos. So the challenge is out there. The challenge has been set by Excelsior. Even if you've only got one minifigure, even if you've got a couple of bricks, think of something creative, even if it's just a minute, and just put it up, because I think that would be so much fun. It would amuse me greatly, and give me a lot of entertainment. So something to think about. I think that would be cool. Yeah, but going back to this April thing, a lot has happened since then. I started making my YouTube videos not just for me, but because I hurt people who were never Jehovah's Witnesses. I messed people around. I did crazy ass shit, and I affected people who I loved, and they were never Jehovah's Witnesses. So it's not like the cult only damages itself. It damages all it touches. All of the periphery is poisoned. Anyone who comes into contact with this cult is going to be affected by it. It's going to be poisoned by that connection, however it is. You know, there are people out there who are dating people who then have a Bible study. There are people who date people who were ex-Jehovah's Witnesses and don't understand why they're so messed up. And if we can explain to the general public and to ourselves how it is we've got where we are, at what point did our lives get to such a position where we wanted to make a YouTube video and have a YouTube channel? I mean, as you know, I was commenting on other people's videos for a very long time, and through feedback I can see that that was very much appreciated. And speaking as someone who's just started a channel, you know, I've got a few really, really nice pals who are regular viewers, and I always leave such nice messages, and it is very encouraging. It's really nice to interchange with people and have a chat, and you know, people make such good points. That's what I find, you know. I mean, it's just very nice to get people's feedback on these things. So if you feel the urge, then that would be very much appreciated. If not, just sit back, relax, get yourself a goblet. You must have a goblet, not a glass. This is very important. Got to have a goblet. What an excellent word goblet is. I like that word. That is a good word. So since April I've been feeling so much better. You know, I've been doing these videos and people like them, and thanks very much for liking them. And I'm just feeling a part of something that is very positive, and that's a very nice experience. I mean, yes, there are differences of opinion, shall we say. I don't agree with a lot of what other people say, but I don't feel the need to start correcting people, as it were. I might put forward a different point of view just so they can contemplate that one and think about it from a different point of view. That's healthy. But to say, oh no, you're wrong. Let me put you right. Let me set out the stuff for you. Well, they can do that for themselves, can't they? What you do is what I'd like to do is put forward a different point of view and say, perhaps this is right. What do you think? You know, that's a much healthier way of not agreeing with someone than, oh, you're wrong. Because let's face it, guys, isn't that what the cult taught us to do? We had our treasoning from the scriptures book, and we systematically tried to annihilate other people's beliefs, didn't we? That was our job. That was our purpose. That's what saved our lives, isn't it? Effectively, if we wanted to cuddle a panda or a tiger, as the new thing seems to be, isn't that interesting how it stopped being a panda and is now a tiger? Are there now sufficiently enough pandas for people to have moved on from pandas? Yeah, I've got over pandas. Yeah, they used to be critically endangered, but you know, there's just so many of them now. You just trip over them, don't you? I'm moving on to tigers because they're properly endangered. They are, and they could bite you. So it's an even better metaphor. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Poor old Great Apostate's children were accosted at a campsite of all places and told about cuddling tigers. I mean, they're insidious, aren't they? And weren't we? If we were ever really sincere Jehovah's Witnesses, weren't we insidious in our way of burrowing into people? It was really quite disgusting and disturbing, really. So let's not be like that anymore. We don't need to burrow into people. We don't need to know about their personal lives. We don't need to know their names or their addresses or where they live or any of that. We just don't need to know that stuff. If people wish to become friends and share things, and that's up to them, isn't it? But we don't have to be nosy, we don't have to be intrusive in people's lives. We can just get along very easily. I get along with people very easily. I really do. I don't see it as a major problem that people have differences of opinion with me. I really don't have a problem with that at all. I really don't. So I can get along with everybody. You know, I believe what I believe, and yet I will respect what other people believe. Because that's what an adult does. That's what a grown-up does. That's what someone who wants to live with other people in a civilised society does. Essentially, tolerance is a survival skill in our modern world. And if we don't learn tolerance, then we're going to be in big trouble. And think of that word tolerance. It has different meanings, doesn't it? In this context, of course, it means to tolerate someone, which means to allow someone to exist as they are, unaccosted. You tolerate them. But we can also think in terms of tolerances of different things. If you take certain materials and give them a shock, their tolerance isn't strong enough and they will break. There are tolerances in life. So think of it in those terms as well. How thick a skin does the other person have? Can they take banter? Can they take being told bare facts? Or do they need to be treated a bit more diplomatically? So when we're tolerating people, it's not just this sort of stern, aggressive, I'm just going to tolerate you over in the corner and be really pissed off about it. Let's try and make it more of a peaceful tolerance. We've all got a skin. Some of us have got thicker skins than others. So let's just try and be excellent to each other and party on. Let's face it, Bill and Ted's got it right. Let's just be excellent to each other. Because I must say that I have been treated incredibly well by the XJW community. Everyone's been very, very kind to me. And it's very much appreciated. It really is. Thank you very much for that, folks. You know, I have yet to have a thumbs down on any of my videos. So that's pretty impressive. You know, I'm going to get one now, aren't I? Oh, you've got to have one. If I do, that's fine. I don't mind thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever it is. It's all completely acceptable. But I'm Mr. Nice, basically, with my goblet and my nice bottle there. Very nice indeed. So things are looking better. I still get very cross. Like today, Stephanie A. Mirrored a video about a convicted child rapist walking the streets in Colorado, going door to door. It's disgusting. It made me very angry, but I was able to channel that anger into compassion for the people who might be affected. So I'm not chewing the walls. I'm not going crazy about it, even though it hurts me to my stomach, to my bones, that children are endangered. It makes me very angry indeed. But I'm not sitting there chewing about it. Because I know that in our community, we'll find a way of doing something about this. So if things are getting you down, folks, then just remember that. We're not an army. I know guys like to talk about vast apostate army, and I've been on the show, so I can't be a hypocrite, but we're not soldiers. We're citizens. We are cult survivors. We are strong people, and together we can make a big difference, and we will make a big difference, and we already are. So peace be with you. Excelsior.